Financial constraints, high staff turnover, and public health emergencies have been identified as the major hindrances towards comprehensive social protection support in Zimbabwe. More in the following report.
According to statistics from the United Nations, the proportion of households receiving social protection support in Zimbabwe fell from 66% in 2023 to 43% in June 2024. Speaking at the Zimbabwe United Nations Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework midterm review earlier today, Adolphus Chinomwe, International Labour Organization Senior Program Officer, said young women lack social protection more than their male counterparts, with 60% of that population group unemployed.
We still have a high percentage of our youth not productively engaged. And I think more worryingly is the numbers of youths who are not in education, employment or training. So they are not getting ready or being facilitated to access in the future or in the near future opportunities to be productive. And this figure is around 50%, if you look at both age cohorts, 15 to 24 or 15 to 34. And if you do a gender analysis, you'll find that it's higher for young women at about 60%.
Despite these challenges, the government of Zimbabwe, in collaboration with various UN agencies, has continued to implement capacity strengthening activities towards additional delivery of social protection. Representing the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare, Deputy Director for SDGs, Silosius Chaturuka, highlighted strides made by the government, citing that over 2 million cash transfers have been made, with over 5 million people in need of social protection reached in the period under review.
We have quite a number of opportunities that we can ride on in terms of improved preparedness measures. We also have to address we can accelerate our efforts to address the impacts of climate and we can expand innovations and digitalization to accelerate SDGs.
Under one of the 6 SDG transitions of jobs and social protection, the government has also placed focus on employment promotion and coordination through the review and formulation of a new employment policy.
It is only through jobs that people can be at the center of development. And maybe we need to look at this, but the government has started to look at that. They are reviewing and preparing to formulate a new employment policy. And some of the policies that are being developed are also looking at some of those issues around gender empowerment within ministries, youth and economic livelihood support, and also access to COMESA.
The Deputy Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Reverend Paul Damasani, also spoke on the issue.
Government has embraced constitutionalism, which seeks to recognize the right of communities to manage their own affairs and to further their own development, while ensuring equitably sharing of local and national resources. The government and United Nations converge on a communal-centric approach, as both essay to include the participation of all levels of society with specificity to those previously marginalized.
More than any other time, many need social support for survival. It's not a question of how many, but how urgent authorities and partners can move in for the support. Reporting for ZTN Prime, I'm Cecilia Kamputa in Harare.
Konapo ipapo ba ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.